Father Stan Swamy, the 83-year-old tribal rights activist who suffers from Parkinson's disease and was arrested last month over his alleged involvement in the Bhima-Koregaon case, could not get a straw and a sipper for around 4 weeks because the National Investigation Agency said that they do not have it. Now, before we get into any more details, who is Father Stan Swamy and why is he making headlines? Stan Swamy is a tribal rights activist based in Jharkhand. He has worked in the state for over 3 decades on various issues of the Adivasi communities on land, forest and labor rights. This includes questioning the non-implementation of the 5th schedule of the Constitution, which lays down the setting up of a tribal advisory council with members of the Adivasi community for their protection, well-being and development. In a statement to the NIA before his arrest, Stan Swamy had said that he had challenged the indiscriminate arrest of thousands of young Adivasis, with investigating agencies labeling them as Naxals. This activist has now been named as one of the accused in the Bhima-Koregaon case. The NIA took over the investigation in the Bhima-Koregaon case from the Pune police in January. All the accused in the case are booked for allegedly delivering inflammatory speeches at the Elgar Parishad conclave at Shaniwar Wada in Pune on 31st of December 2017, which triggered massive violence at the Bhima-Koregaon War Memorial on 1st of January 2018. The NIA claims that Swamy is linked to CPI Maoist activities and had a role in instigating violence. He was arrested by the NIA from Ranchi on 8th of October and brought to Mumbai the very next day. The activist has been in judicial custody since 9th of October. Swamy has not been keeping well for a really long time, and in his medical plea he has mentioned that he has almost lost his hearing ability, fallen in jail multiple times and has a lot of pain in the lower abdomen as he has been operated for hernia twice. For more than 4 weeks, Stan Swamy had been asking for a sipper and a straw, citing Parkinson's disease, which is a disorder of the central nervous system that can make even everyday actions such as drinking water difficult. Swamy had filed a request in the court on 6th of November. 20 days later, he informed the court that the agency never had the straw and the sipper. The NIA's failure to provide the required items to an ailing activist alarmed many people across the country. Many social media users decided to courier a sipper and a straw to Taloja jail since the authorities were unable to provide them to the activist. Now, in his first application, Swamy, who has been at Maharashtra's Taloja Central Jail for nearly 2 months now, had said that he cannot hold a glass as his hands are unsteady due to Parkinson's. Late last month, a special NIA court had rejected Swamy's bail application, which had been filed on medical grounds, declaring that the activist had been booked under the stringent Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, or the UAPA, and was therefore not allowed bail. Lawyers and human rights activists have called out the special NIA court for insensitive handling, inhuman approach and even a violation of Article 21, the constitutional right to live with dignity. Swamy has time and again said that his work involved expressing dissent with several policies of the government and the laws enacted in violation of the Constitution. This, he believes, is why the state is keen in putting him out of the way and implicating him in serious cases. The logical Indian strongly believes that the UAPA, an anti-terrorism law, seems to be a convenient weapon for the government to arrest human rights activists, journalists and protesters. The law is now being misused to detain individuals who can be held for almost 180 days. The UAPA slows down investigations and bail provisions, ensuring that the detainees are held much longer during pre-trial. Swamy has said that what is happening to him is not something unique happening to him alone. It is a broader process taking place all over the country. He had also said that he is happy to be a part of the process and not just be a silent spectator. Stan Swamy is not the only under trial in the Bhima-Koregaon case with a serious medical condition. Telugu poet Varavara Rao's health is also critical. Activist and professor Sudha Bharadwaj has also been in jail despite repetitive complaints of declining health and serious ailments.